Okay, so for week one of fall anime, the new anime season is starting. It's so exciting. I'm out here to review all the new shows we got. So yeah, great continuations, insanely like hype anime. So Dandadan, everyone's gonna talk about it. Insanely good animation, high quality, kind of hyped up source material. So a crazy ass like supernatural shonen story. New ReZero season, it's so insane. Like season two, I loved it. So yeah, season three, more of the same. Hopefully the story shifts. We get more character development. I hope like Subaru doesn't like revert back to normal. Like every arc, he just cries. But yeah, that's cool. There's like the new Bleach season. So yeah, the Blood War is continuing again and again. I don't think this is the final season, but yeah, Period, they made a new studio for this. I heard it might have some production issues. We'll see. But yeah, first few episodes are good. New Dragon Ball season, Dragon Ball Daima. So kind of like a funny new like continuation sequel, I guess, where everyone just turns into babies. So yeah, maybe like GT2 pretty much. We have a lot of cool emotional stories, slice of life romance shows, and fantasy shows, isekais, continuations from last season as well. So yeah, let's get started. Yeah, first anime I'm gonna talk about is Dandadan. So crazy ass source material. If you know Chainsaw Man, then one of the editors that worked on it, one of Fujimoto's editors, he created this story. But yeah, we have 2 episodes so far. This anime did get leaked as well. A lot of people saw the movie, so a lot of people know like what's gonna happen in the first 3 episodes. But yeah, insane animation, good music as well. The opening is good. All the fight songs were nice. It's a very promising shonen. We'll only have 12 episodes, but I think it'll pretty much make an impression. It's very colorful. Like all these aliens are so unique. And yeah, it's pretty much a story about like, these two characters. They're kind of just like normal, nerdy high school kids. One of Momo, the main girl, who's kind of like a Gyaru, but she's also into ghosts and, kind of like doing her own thing. There's also Okarun or Ken or whatever you want to call him. So he's also the main character. Kind of talk to each other, banter. She kind of introduces herself to him because he gets bullied, and then it's like the first friend he's made. So he wants to kind of like, keep talking to her, and then he nerds out in front of her, and then they both get into an argument, but eventually it leads to like Momo, she's a ghost believer. Okarun, he's like alien believer. So they both kind of challenge each other. Okay, ghosts are real, aliens are real. Let's like, discover them. So yeah, at night they get like attacked by both a ghost and an alien. Okarun gets possessed by the Turbo Granny. So yeah, that's like his main kind of like power source. And then Momo gets kidnapped by aliens. She kind of like unlocks the psychic power. Crazy ass shit happening. Okay, it doesn't really matter what is happening, but funny story. There's going to be a lot of fights. I love how they, show Momo as like an aggressive main girl, kind of taking the lead. She can take punches, she can get hit, and she can also fight back, so that's cool. I know like the rape, the sexual assault scenes are a bit unnecessary. So if you watch the first episode, that might turn you off. So yeah, that's one bad thing I'd say. But that's pretty much what you're gonna get throughout the anime, because it looks like the author has one theme in the story. It's not really like about ghosts and aliens too much. Those are just like set pieces. The main theme he wants to portray is that these two characters are gonna fight, and then when they fight, their clothing is gonna get ripped off. They're gonna, just like be half naked each arc. That's pretty much what we get for Dandadan. So yeah, main two characters, Okarun and Momo, they're really fun to follow. Seeing their character growth from the first 2 episodes is already like kind of insane. So yeah, seeing them kind of get closer and closer together is gonna be very fun. Everything about this anime is fun, so yeah, highly recommended. That's it for Dandadan. Also, after that, we have ReZero Season 3. Yes, another popular show. I'll try not to spoil if you haven't seen, Season 1 or 2. I know a lot of people saw Season 1, so, what are you doing, bro? Watch it right now. But yeah, it's a very unique isekai. I liked it a lot. It's just, like, a lot of high quality. The story is, like, very in-depth. There's a lot of world building, but at the same time, there is a lot of lack of world building. Because it seems like the light novel author, he just wants to just like spam all these witches, abilities, powers at you. Nothing really gets explained, but all you need to know is that there's a lot of overpowered characters in this world. Witches, archbishop, and they're just like, killing people for no reason. But then we see there's like, heroic characters kind of fighting back. Super also our main character. So yeah, his power is, going back in time, but he doesn't want to abuse that power like that because it's very traumatic for him to die. That's like the main theme, because in any other kind of like funny action show, the character with time loop abilities would probably just, abuse it. And maybe they might get a little crazy after a while, but, they'll pretty much kind of like keep dying for their benefit. Subaru doesn't want to die, so that's like the main thing. So yeah, that also happens in Season 3, just like he starts kind of like trying to figure out the solution himself without relying on others. But that's also his like main second power. He's very charismatic. Like his dialogue, he's very cringy, but at the same time, just like he commands a lot of people in this world. They like to listen to him. He has that kind of like nerdy confidence about him. So yeah, besides that, like, there's we see characters like Reinhardt. So, if you call him, the problems will be solved, maybe. Probably not, because some of these witches do have some, like, other abilities, I guess. Like, I want Subaru to be a bit smarter, but I don't think we'll get that this season. Like, from what I'm hearing, we'll probably just get more of Subaru being Subaru, but, that's fine. The first episode was insane, because it's, like, an hour and a half long. They pulled an Oshinoko on us. So, yeah, just, like, very fun moments. Kind of like a time skip from season 2, where, they solved everything. Now Subaru's hanging out with Beatrice. Rem is still sleeping, but yeah, Ram, Amelia, and everyone else are just, hanging out. And now they're going back to the main kingdom where there's like the royal selection with all the princesses and everything. So yeah, that is happening. Subaru meets like this kind of like lolly musician, which is also kind of weird. Like, okay, if you're a tourist watching this show, there's a lot of tropes. But yeah, basically we meet this kind of like musician girl, Liliana. She's a new character. I guess she'll do something. And after that, we, spoilers, but we meet an archbishop. So, yeah, she's kind of like the Archbishop of Wrath. It's kind of interesting, because I thought the Witch of Wrath was, like, kind of like a nice lady. She kind of helps Subaru in season 2, but yeah, the archbishops are, like, they're just doing their own thing. So yeah, there's, like, a lot of stuff to unpack here, but yeah, the archbishop, her name is Sirius. She has, like, a lot of bandages around her. It looks like her body's just, like, burned or whatever. And her power is to kind of, like, share fear or other sensations onto other people. So if you look at her, you're pretty much instantly under her curse. If one of the people dies, then they all die. It's kind of like a voodoo doll type of thing. So yeah, Subaru kind of has to figure out how to not get brainwashed by her, kind of, like, defeat her without hurting everyone else. So yeah, that's, like, a big problem. He tries to do it, but he fails spectacularly. So, he's just learning. He dies kind of like 3 times already. Maybe he'll try to defeat Sirius. She looks like the main villain. There's also the kind of Archbishop of Greed. We saw him in season 2, Corneus, I think. So he makes another appearance as well. So he's the Archbishop of Greed. He also kidnaps Amelia, so that's funny. And he has like 80 wives. So yeah, he's gonna make Amelia his next wife. Subaru has to also save her, or else he'll get cucked. I mean, Subaru, he's definitely like a unique character, so yeah, we'll see his journey. He's definitely gonna keep crying. You have to be patient with him, but eventually, he'll probably solve the problems. So we just gotta see. Also, after that, we have Bleach, the 1,000-Year Blood War, the conflict. Yes, this is season 3 of the Blood War. It's so insane, because season 1 was so promising, such high quality. Season 2 kind of brought that as well, just like cool fights. We're just getting a new Bleach season every year, just like 12, 13 episodes of high-ass quality. We're literally at over 20 years of Bleach right now, and also, Kubo, he's working on the anime as well. Like, he adds extra stuff to the story. So he added the stuff with Squad Zero last season, this season, just, you watch doing more shit. You watch kind of like a cool kind of final villain, I guess. Very overpowered, though. His power is so corny. So we get that here. Basically, it looked like Squad Zero was winning. So Ichibe kind of like beat Yawatch, covered him black, called him Black Ant. And now basically Yawatch is stripped of all his power and strength. And then Sencho Mara used her power and killed all the other Stun Ritters. So yeah, like, the problem solved, right? But no, we see Yawatch has a power, the Almighty. So he grows a bunch of eyeballs on his eyeball. And then he can basically see everything, past, future, and no attack can hit him if he sees it. So that seems like he gave us the counter to his power. Just make an attack that you don't even know. Maybe like that's the solution, we'll see. But yeah, Ichigo, he has like his power up, so yeah, new swords out here. Like he has like the double Zangetsu, it's kind of cool. And then yeah, they're trying to stop Yawatch from killing the Soul King, that's his goal. It's kind of bullshit, though, because in the second episode, Yawatch actually baited Ichigo to kill the Soul King. He's like, I've been using you. I've been, like, making you grow in all these fights just so you can defeat the Soul King, because only, like, someone with mixed blood can do that. I'm like, bro, Aizen already did the same shit. Like, are you serious? Are you recycling that shit? Second episode ends there, so yeah, like, we have 2 episodes so far. Insane animation. But also, like, these characters are so overpowered that it's kind of hard to take these fights seriously. Like, we see all the other characters in the back, Chad, Orihime, and the Fireworks Dude. So I don't know what they're gonna do. I'm thinking, like, Orihime, why don't you just heal the Soul King? Like, can't you just do that? But yeah, Yawatch's plan is basically to end the cycle of death, because Quincy's are suffering. There's, like, getting killed, excommunicated. So basically, if you kill the Soul King, then all of the world, the Soul Society, Earth, and Hueco Mundo, they kind of like merge together, and the concept of death doesn't exist anymore. So people are just like immortal spirits. That seems like his goal right now, so everyone can coexist, but we gotta stop him. We'll see if we can. So yeah, I'm not sure if this is like the series finale or anything. Like, I don't think it is, but we just gotta see. There's like gonna be a lot of insane shit happening. So yeah, people are gonna use their bankais. New characters out here are gonna do things that we haven't seen before. Aizen, he'll probably make an appearance because we've seen him. So yeah, I guess we'll see what's gonna happen as Bleach stage kind of continues. Also, after that, we have a horror anime, Uzumaki. If you've seen like the girl with the spiral in her head, oh my god, like a very fun anime to watch this season because, you know, it is October, Halloween coming up, so you might as well just watch some spooky anime, some horror. So yeah, this is created by Junji Ito. He makes a lot of like kind of creepy stories with like body horror and stuff. If you read kind of like the one-shot manga about like, you know, people going into their holes, you know, that stuff like that is like very creepy. So yeah, here it's kind of like a black and white story, very nice kind of art style where, you know, people are just like turning into like spiral monsters. So yeah, like a lot of like random shit is happening. It looks like people are dying, exploding, transforming into monsters. Like, it's so crazy. So yeah, I love like this creepy shit. I loved the first episode, although there's only 4 episodes and they're all ass. Like, the animation has just like went down significantly. They got a new studio for it. This is what I've been hearing. But yeah, if you've seen the second episode, it's just so bad. And then yeah, there's 3 episodes out here. So yeah, like, I mean, you might as well watch it because it's like very quick. But like, it's crazy, the production. Like, maybe the first episode was that expensive to produce, but like, yeah, just the second episode's just like funny. It's not, there's no horror anymore. It's just like characters running and talking with barely any animation. So, you know, the black and white art style is still there, which is fine, but yeah, it's so sad. Also, after that, we have Blue Box. Nice shonen jump romance show, very cute. You know, wholesome kind of like sports related romance show. We get 2 high school characters that are kind of like, you know, preparing for their competitions. The girl, she plays basketball. The dude, he plays badminton. So will they get together? But I guess the problem is that the girl, she's very popular. She's like the ace of the basketball team. Her name is Kano. She has like a lot of like expectations on her. So like the main dude, Taiki, he can't really ask her out because like he doesn't deserve it. Yeah, he's also like kind of like a second-rate badminton player. He's not that good, so it's kind of like showing that he's trying to grow himself, be better. If he makes it to like the, you know, nationals, the competition, maybe he's worthy enough to ask her out. It seems like they're going to do something like that. So these characters, they can't go out just yet, even though they like each other, they have a connection. They have to kind of focus on their sports or competitions, work on themselves, get better. We'll see. But yeah, you know, very beautiful show. I like it a lot. Kind of like on Netflix. We have 3 episodes. So yeah, I mean, there's a lot of like funny kind of twists as well. Like a cool, fun cast of characters. And you know, the girl and the guy actually end up living with each other because like her parents are like moving for work. So yeah, I mean, that makes his life a lot easier, right? Also, after that, we have the new Blue Lock season. So yeah, season 1 was insane, 24 episodes. Crazy ass sports anime with the new concept. People are just like living in this prison pretty much and just competing to get a chance to play in like the national team, be the best striker. So yeah, all these characters are here. We have like a bunch of strikers, like hundreds of them, slowly being eliminated, forming teams. Our main character, Isagi, kind of doing his thing. This anime is also so hype because they dropped it during the World Cup. It had the World Cup viewer buff, which is very poetic and nice. We don't have that buff anymore, unfortunately. So yeah, maybe viewership will go down because there's no World Cup, but you know, a lot of like hot boys out here, they have the female audience on lock. So this season, it looks like there's some trouble in Blue Lock because they're spending too much money. Ego, his like results aren't showing, so yeah, Japan doesn't really believe in him. So they're like, yeah, we're gonna cancel Blue Lock unless he can beat the under 20 national team. So yeah, basically all like the young Japanese players, they're gonna have to face off against Blue Lock, and the winner kind of decides like where Blue Lock goes. So I mean, I feel like there's only one way to win, is to have our team of like strikers just beat the real professional team. But it seems like it's gonna be hard because these are only strikers. There's no goalie, there's no defenders, they're all just attackers. So there's probably like no coherence or like teamwork out here. There's like a bunch of egomaniacs. So I guess it'll be fun to see how they grow, how well they play, and you know, like what roles they pick. But yeah, besides that, you know, there's like kind of tryouts for the team. So the best players are already chosen by their score, so everyone else has to like kind of join their team and beat the other teams. So yeah, you know, Isagi, he doesn't get picked yet, but you know, he's gonna kind of show off. All these other characters are out here. We see Chigiri, we see Bachira, we see Baro, and then some other like cool characters with like different colorful hair. There has been like CGI used in like a lot of like, you know, midpoint episodes. So yeah, I mean, that's probably gonna be here in season 2 as well. So yeah, the animation has been disappointing. First episode was fine, but yeah, second episode, you see the crack show. Also, after that, we have like the cutest show I've ever seen this season. It's so good. I want all these girls in this anime to be happy. It's called The Stories of Girls Who Couldn't Be Magicians. So first off, it's kind of like a very colorful, like pastel-styled anime. The art style is so kind of bubbly and nice. It's like eating cotton candy. Just like, you know, light colors, pink, blue, purple. It's all here. So it just like feels very fluffy, like seeing all these characters just like be positive, trying to like learn magic basically. It kind of has Little Witch Academia vibes, also has like Witch Hat Atelier vibes if you've like, you know, read the source material there. That anime is going to also come out like in the future. But pretty much this story kind of focuses on this main girl Kurumi. She has purple hair. She wants to be a witch so badly. It's like kind of a childhood dream. So like, she studied like so hard, just self-studying. Everyone else went to prep school. She like worked by herself. And then she got like the highest grade on the mock exam. But during the actual exam, she didn't get picked. That's kind of unfortunate. There's also like a lot of other dropouts who couldn't get picked. So the only way to be a magician is to like go to the magic program. But since she got picked to be on the regular program, she's just like a normal person now. No magic. Her dream is over. She's so sad and crying. I'm crying too, bro. I want her to be happy. How can they pull all these emotions out here on the first episode? But basically, just like, cute girls hanging out. I love the dialogue here. Very funny. Also, after that, there was like a demonstration during like the first day of school showing like these magical spells. So like the way they kind of create magic is through this notebook, and you have to draw like symbols and glyphs. So yeah, basically anyone can technically use magic as long as you're able to like use the glyphs. But also in this world, people don't draw anymore. So basically the gimmick is that Kurumi's teacher of the regular school, she's like, I'm going to teach you how to draw magic. So you don't have to use the computer. You don't have to use this notebook. If you can create it yourself, you can use the magic. So that's how regular people can be magicians. There's a lot of theory and concepts they have to kind of solve. But basically Kurumi and all these other characters in a magic school, they're going to work hard. They're going to become witches. Also after that, we have Kill la Kill Season 2, also known as Mecha-ude Mechanical Arms. Yeah, this has a lot of like Kill la Kill vibes, just like, people in high school fighting with like different uniform transforming powers. So basically it's kind of like a world where there's like these metal arm spirits. They transform into people's clothing. So yeah, our main dude Hikaru kind of gets possessed by these metal arms. He becomes like the main character. This organization is hunting him. There's all these like villains out here. Their arms are kind of called like trigger arms. And then the mecha arms kind of fuse with the people. They fight together. So yeah, the main character, he kind of has to like face off against the bad guys. There's all these people kind of like helping him, training him, all these kind of like cute girls. So yeah, kind of like an interesting anime. Like the music is nice. It has so many Kill la Kill vibes. Not even just the story, but the music made by Sawano. So he's back again. So yeah, hopefully we don't lose our way as we kind of like continue watching this anime. It's pretty fun so far. It does have promise, but we just have to see the story because it is an original anime. Anything can happen. Also after that, we have the new Dragon Ball season. So Dragon Ball Daima out here. So yeah, why are these characters so tiny, so young? What's happening? Where does this fit in the timeline? I'm not fully sure. So we kind of see like there's like this demon world where like, people like Babidi came out. There's like another wizard out here. And then they're saying like the post-Boo fight. So this happens kind of after that. Goku and Vegeta just chilling. And then just like random hijinks just ensue, like where like the aliens come through. They say they can restore the Dragon Balls, and then they ask Shenron for a wish. So yeah, the wish is to turn everyone that fought Boo into little kids. So I guess that's like our main cast of characters: Goku, Vegeta, everyone else. I don't know why they did this. Why did we have to make like a new GT type of story? But it's here. The animation looks really cool for the first episode. So yeah, I guess I'll keep watching Daima. I'm not sure how many episodes this will have. Maybe it'll be like a seasonal thing. Maybe it'll like go on forever. I guess since One Piece went on break, we have another new shonen continuation to kind of take its spot. Also after that, we have kind of like a cool slice of life show. I like this a lot. It's called Negative Positive Angler. It's kind of like a fishing anime. So a slice of life plus fishing. I guess it sounds a bit boring, but the concept is very nice. Basically, our main character, he's living like a very sad life. Everything he does kind of fails. And then he's just very suicidal as well. But he even fails to try to kill himself. So yeah, he doesn't really have any reason to live. Also, he realizes that he has cancer. So he only has like 2 years to live by the doctor. So yeah, his life doesn't really matter, right? So he's just like big chillin', playing pachinko and everything. Doesn't really have a purpose, doesn't really talk to anyone or interact or even go to school. So he gets like hunted down by debt collectors one day and just like runs away. He runs into the docks, jumps into the river, and then he gets rescued by like this fishing boat. So basically he kind of makes a friendship with this like gang of fishers. He kind of sees like the attraction of fishing, where it's like the lure, you kind of throw it into the ocean, it's just like swimming freely. It kind of doesn't have a purpose, but then it attracts other fish and then you can catch it. So stuff like that, it's like symbolism. They're trying to like make him get more purpose, like meet more friends, and then see that his life is worth living. So that's cool. I mean, I guess the sad part is he does have 2 years to live. I don't know how they're going to cure him, but it's like a lot of emotional moments here, kind of just like a chill, like, people making friends, people hanging out and fishing. Also, we have Is It Wrong to Pick Up Girls in a Dungeon Season 5. We have 2 episodes so far. This anime goes so deep, so many things happen. Yeah, Season 1, he just hangs out with Hestia, and then they do stuff, explore the dungeon, make more friends. Season 2, they go to like the sex area. Season 3, I think they saw the monsters with intelligence. Season 4, they kind of continue on the dungeon. There's more villains out here. Belle gets stronger, hangs out with the elf lady. Season 5, it looks like it's gonna focus on the goddess of fertility. So she's like the hot booba lady with the flowers. I don't know what's gonna happen, but very nice kind of fantasy show. A lot of fan service, but the story kind of goes deep. A decent amount of world building in this dungeon. A lot of characters out here. So yeah, 5 seasons. Very popular show. show, Bell is just attracting more girls. We'll see if his relationship with Ice gets stronger. I don't really know what the end game here is so far. I guess he's just gonna get stronger, maybe interact with her and then everyone else in the Familia. A lot of decent fan service, a lot of girls pretty much every season. That's no different here. And yeah, we'll see how Bell navigates season 5. Also, speaking of like fan servicey isekai continuations, we have Spirit Chronicles season 2 is so bad. This is pretty much like a Sword Art Online ripoff. Main character's black-haired Kirito. It's so bad. I don't like it. And he has all these like kind of young girls around him. It's so bad, so generic. Like I saw season 1 so long ago, I think like in the summer 2021, I think. So I mean, maybe people liked it enough to make a season 2. I'm definitely not gonna finish watching it, but I'll watch it. I'll give it a few episodes. Same with Arifureta. I actually like season 2. Like it was kind of funny because season 1 was just like way too popular for its own good. Season 2 kind of fell off a bit, but it still had like the same type of like, you know, vibes, same characters. Like the dude kind of like helping all these girls out here as they're like defeating more people, saving people from the school. And now after that, yeah, there's a season 3, probably more fan service, more fights out here. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. All right, there's also a new Sword Art Online season. So yeah, this is the spin-off, the Gun Gale Online, and season 2 of it. I saw season 1 like a while ago. It was fine, I think. Like I forgot what happened, but there's like cute girls with guns. Kind of like a gacha game type of aesthetic. I'll definitely check it out a bit. I'll probably rewatch a bit of season 1 as well to like, you know, get my memory refreshed. But yeah, this one's out here as well. Like I don't know who asked for it, but yeah, it's here. Also after that, we have kind of like a cute romance show, You Are Miss Servant. It's not that good story-wise because it's very generic, kind of self-inserty, but it's like, imagine you're a dude who like lives by yourself, your parents left you alone, so this maid kind of comes in and takes care of you for no reason. So she's also like an assassin maid, kind of like Yor from Spy Family. So yeah, the gimmick is that she can't really do housework, but she's really good at killing people and using knives. So they kind of like team up, the main character Yuki and the main dude Hitoyoshi, and then yeah, he kind of like gives her a place of belonging because I guess she has no childhood, no purpose, kind of just like a killing machine. I mean, like her character design is very nice. I like her a lot. Very hot and powerful. But the story is so by the book, basic, boring that I can't really recommend it. But I mean, it'll definitely like get popular, I think, just because of the character design. Also, after that, we have the Ranma 1/2 remake. So yeah, it's like another 90s anime remade out here. Similar to like Urusou Yatsura. The quality is very nice. It's made by Mappa. A very funny show. It's also on Netflix. Kind of like a romantic comedy. Main dude, his gimmick is that he can transform into a girl. He is cursed. And his father can transform into a panda. And yeah, like he just lives with these 3 girls, and then he has to marry one of them to like kind of maintain the dojo. We see there's one main girl that they're kind of focusing on, but she hates him. So I assume they're gonna get closer episode by episode. I'm not sure how long the season will be, but you know, pretty solid remake so far. I like it. It's very funny. Opening song made by Ano, so yeah, that's cool as well. Also, we have some more romance shows. 365 Days to the Wedding. So yeah, what do you get when 2 kind of shy, quiet, introverted people get married? I guess you get this anime. So yeah, 2 people, they go to work together and then they don't really talk to anyone, but they're also like, you know, they just do their job, but they also have like a hard time kind of communicating at work because they're just like so quiet. So yeah, there's kind of like an ultimatum put on them, on their whole company actually. So they're basically in a travel agency and they're opening like an Alaska branch. So they're gonna have like any single person move to Alaska in the next year. They have to get married before the end of the year or else their asses are gonna get shipped to Alaska. The main girl, Rika, she likes kind of like geography, looking at maps, but she hates like kind of actually traveling. We see Takia, the main dude, he kind of doesn't really have like any goals or life, but he does have a cat, so he can't travel for the sake of his cat. So if they get married, it's like a flimsy premise, but you know, everyone kind of accepts. There's like, you know, tropes happening where, you know, the office has to like test their marriage, see if they actually like each other, can kiss. So yeah, like a lot of funny stuff happening, just like, you know, a chill romantic comedy. Maybe it's relatable if you're an introvert. So we'll see if the relationship goes strong. We also have the Appraisal Isekai. So this little kid has the appraisal skill. He can use it on people, has like strong people around him, saves the kingdom basically. And I guess they're like kind of continuing on the story. Like it was surprisingly decent, but I didn't expect the season 2 so quickly, but it's out here. So I guess I gotta check it out as well. There's Loner Life in Another World. This is so bad, such a bad isekai. Made by Passion again. So bro, they're doing a lot of like hit or miss shows. So yeah, like the story's like very generic, but yeah, this dude's whole school gets isekai'd. He kind of like tries to run away because he's a loner. But yeah, he does get isekai'd far away from everyone else. And he has kind of like throwaway skills that no one else wants, but he kind of uses it to his advantage. So basically, yeah, since he's adept at video games and like, you know, light novels, isekai like stuff, he knows how to navigate navigate the world. All the girls are like asking him for help. So yeah, he's like helping everyone in the school. There's kind of evil people as well trying to like attack all the other kids. But yeah, I guess it's like another funny new isekai this season. Also after that, we have I'll Become a Villainess Who Goes Down in History. Very fun show. You know, just like another like Otome game type show. It's okay. There's also like some type of controversy in the second episode because the main girl, she's like 10 years old. She wants to be the best villainess and she just like studies really hard. But she also like in turn just like becomes a good person because she's just like so smart and like helpful at the kingdom. But basically, since she's like 10 years old, there's all these like kind of princes kind of like attracted to her. So that's where kind of like the controversy happens because at the end of the second episode, she kind of like collapses from overwork basically by studying so much magic. And then they're like, okay, we gotta feed her medicine, but we gotta do it mouth to mouth since he's unconscious. So basically the main prince just like kisses her when she's sleeping, like, and feeds her medicine. It was a bit creepy. Besides that though, I like the vibe. Kind of gives you like I'm in love with the villainous vibes with the confident main character who knows like her way around the world. Everyone's just like falling in love with her, impressed by her work ethic. And yeah, I guess we'll see what's gonna happen. She keeps getting stronger each episode. So yeah, we'll just follow her. We also have Yakuza Fiancé. So yeah, I mean, another cool romance show. It's okay. I like the first episode, very chill. Just like the main girl, she's like the granddaughter of the Yakuza boss. So she kind of has to marry another dude from the rival gang. So kind of like a nisekoi type of like setup so far as well. But you know, the two characters don't like each other really, but then they kind of like I guess they're slowly gonna fall for each other. They're living together. Also, after that, we have My Wife is an Elementary School Student, or TsumaSho. I don't know why they didn't translate this title. Probably because it is the most sus title I've ever read. Like, why? Why, Japan? Why you gotta make this concept? Like, don't give up, even if you lose your wife, you know, just life isn't over. Take care of yourself type shit. So, I mean, the main girl, she dies. Basically, the wife, like the dude, we just see like a time lapse of his life where, you know, he was like growing a family. He has a daughter. But then, yeah, when the wife died, like, he stopped taking care of himself, stopped eating healthy foods, and just like became like a robot at work. But then after that, his wife gets like reincarnated 10 years later. She's like a 10-year-old like elementary school kid. She gets her memories back and then she realizes, yeah, this is my family. They hang out. It's like very wholesome. At the same time, why you gotta even do this? Like, you know, it'd be better if she was a ghost or something. The fact that she's like elementary school girl is like very creepy sometimes. But she kind of like makes lunch for the main dude, you know, trying to like, you know, make up for lost time. So yeah, it's a cute concept, but it's also a weird concept. That's pretty much all I can say for it, but you know, maybe check it out. Also after that, we have a science anime, Orb on the Movements of Earth. So this takes place in like the 1500s Europe. Our main dude, he's trying to study the stars, astronomy, trying to know like how the world works, the rotations, is God real or not. Problem is like religion is like on the minds of everyone. So if you study like stuff that like goes against the church, your ass is gonna get burned. So that's pretty much the gimmick so far. Our main dude, he's like into astronomy. He's also kind of like a sociopath, so he doesn't really care like who he fools or anything. He just wants to like live his life his way. But yeah, like this one dude kind of like tells him about astronomy, like the truth of the world. So yeah, he kind of has to like observe the stars in secret. It's very cool. It's definitely not like historically accurate because I don't think they're burning people like that. But pretty much our main dude, he's trying to like, you know, like discover the stars in secret. Have like a cool story. I do like it. Also after that, we have another kind of cute romance show. It's nothing too crazy, nothing we haven't seen before, but it's called Tying the Knot with an Amagami Sister. This dude moves into a temple for no reason really. He just wants to study for med school. What best way to study than moving in with 3 girls that just like harass you all day? So a lot of like hijinks, a lot of gimmicks. This dude kind of like bumping into people while he's changing. All the girls kind of have their own personality or trying to take care of him, but one of the girls does hate his guts. Also has like a similar concept with Ranma one half with like the girl like personalities. So yeah, I guess you can see the main girl, she's the one with red hair. I guess she's gonna win. But basically all these girls, their like thing is that their mom died and their mom left them like this red ribbon. So I guess that's where the tying the knot concept comes in. Like he's gonna marry one of the girls eventually, but this red ribbon has power. It looks like, you know, this dude is kind of like an atheist maybe. He doesn't really believe in the gods. They can't help him. But also after that, this anime does a good job kind of showing you that gods are real. They're kind of responsible for curses and also like grant your wishes. Also after that, we have the new Shangri-La Frontier season. It's crazy. Season 1, such high quality, 24, 25 episodes. Season 2 is out here, another 25. So yeah, they're going hard for this anime. I do like it. Our main dude Sanraku is back. His blue-haired, like unique ass, like bird mask. So yeah, I guess he's gonna fight more like unique monsters. That's what like they pretty much did in the last season. So yeah, a lot more characters in his party. Like, you know, he knows all the secrets, all the hacks. He's getting all the like kind of special abilities. Everyone else is kind of working with him. He's like such a gamer. So yeah, you know, like a fun show. Season 2 is probably gonna have the same quality, I'm hoping. Also, we have Acro Trip. This anime is very funny because it's pretty much gushing over magical girls, but the PG version. So apparently the story came beforehand, but like the anime released later, unfortunately. So there's like some comparisons comparisons there, but our main character, her name is Chizuko. She has like purple hair, like the main character Utena from Gushing Over Magical Girls. But yeah, she kind of like travels a lot because of her parents' work, and then she doesn't really have any attachments to anything. But then like when she goes to like this new city, she like sees a magical girl. Her name is Berry Blossom, and she's like, oh, I love her so much. I'm like her fan right now. So she finally finds purpose, just like hang out with this magical girl, like kind of see her fight people. But then when she kind of like follows her, she actually meets up with the main villain that she's fighting, Chroma. But he's like a very bad villain. He has like these kind of like bear minions, but they don't really listen to him. And then he's just so bad at like fighting the magical girl, she just beats him up. And she also doesn't really use magic too much. She like kind of like hits him and punches him. So it is like, funny, low stakes, like kind of parody type of style with the magical girl concept. But basically, in order for Berry Blossom to fight more, like kind of show off her full potential, we need a good villain. So Date kind of works with Chroma to like have more like obstacles in Berry Blossom's life, so she like kind of shows off her magical girl powers a bit more. It's a pretty funny show. Like again, it's like it does have the gushing over magical girls concept where we're kind of like behind the scenes. We're like playing as the villain role, and it's like very funny as well. So yeah, we'll see what's gonna happen. It's like a very chill show, so I'm definitely gonna watch it. We also have some other shows I'll go over quickly. We have Nina the Starry Bride. So it's pretty much like 7 time loop type of vibes out here. There's no time loop really, but it pretty much follows like a princess who's forming a relationship with the main prince. Yeah, that's going on. It's kind of like a cute show. We have a terrified teacher at Ghoul School. So it follows like this teacher. There's like a lot of like, skeletons, monsters here. So yeah, like a funny show. We have Magical Girls Inc. So yeah, another like magical girl show. Our main dude Kana, she's like a working girl, and then yeah, she just becomes a magical girl because I guess it's hard to get a job. Like the interviews aren't happening for her. So yeah, she becomes a magical girl. It's pretty fun. There's Trillion Game. It's kind of like a cool show. Animated by Madhouse. Kind of like a cool art style. Basically, like the goal is to make $1 trillion. We have the do-over Damsel conquers the Dragon Emperor. So this is also kind of like the 7th time loop. So yeah, our main girl kind of dies, and then she gets resurrected, goes back in time, and in order to save the timeline and not die, she has to like kind of go out with one of the villains. So that's kind of funny. We'll see where that goes. We have Demon Lord 2099. Very cool, kind of like cyberpunky like fantasy show. It's kind of nice, but also like, it's like why watch this? Another fantasy show. But basically, yeah, it has the same story concept where like the Demon Lord kind of wakes up in the future and he doesn't know how to interact with all this technology. It is a bit generic, so not really like too promising, but like the 6 cyberpunk type of world looks kind of cool, so yeah, maybe it'll be good. We also have Demon Lord Retry R, so this is the 2nd season of Demon Lord Retry. It was okay. I mean, I kind of forgot about this show, but it's here. And, he's a Demon Lord, so I guess he's doing, like, some evil stuff. There's also a lot of continuations, like new Blue Exorcist season, new Tower of God season, the Workshop Battle. I heard it's kind of promising. Maybe we'll see what's going to happen. There's also the Rurouni Kenshin season. We won't talk about that. But yeah, the author is so sus. Don't check out this anime. We have Natsume's Book of Friends season 7, kind of like an older show. So just like a dude hanging out with his talking cat, and then, making friends. There's also Ron Kamonohashi's Forbidden Deductions, so season 2. Basically kind of like a buddy cop detective show. Like, 2 main characters. It's kind of cool. They kind of like help each other. First season was like kind of nothing special, but has like an interesting vibe, like cool characters. So yeah, it's like, a funny type of like detective show. There's also Goodbye Dragon Life. So there's this dragon. He's like kind of old. Everyone's like attacking him. So yeah, he finally dies. But then yeah, he resurrects as a human, but with like his like draconic powers. So yeah, he's just like hanging out with all these girls, helping them. And hang out in this like fantasy world again. There's also Let This Grieving Soul Retire. It's kind of like a cute kind of like fantasy show. I like it a lot. A big kind of female cast of characters, but it's kind of about this washed up dude that kind of hangs out with a lot of like strong people. There's MF Ghost season 2. We got the motherfucking ghost. Season 1 was fine, I guess, like initial D kind of continuation. There's a lot of like cool like Eurobeat music as these cars are racing. So yeah, like the racing scene in Japan is still alive. Everyone has like, these custom modified cars. And they're kind of doing underground races. Like the environment is fine. I think like there's a lot of like unnecessary fan service. The author cannot write a good romance at all. So the female characters really have no purpose in the show except for fan service. And also after that, we have Tonbo season 2. So if you haven't seen this, yeah, this anime is on Disney Plus jail. Season 1 was very nice, very chill. Kind of fun that we have a 2nd season already. It's pretty much about a girl who's like really good at golf, but she's kind of isolated on this like island by Okinawa. So yeah, like the main dude, he's also like good at golf, but he's kind of washed up, so he kind of helps her grow and like realize her full potential. So yeah, she's kind of like grown here, time skip, and yeah, I guess more golf stuff happening. So we'll see how dominant Tonbo is in like the kind of bigger outside world. And yeah, that's pretty much it for the shows this season. We have some continuations like Delico's Nursery and 2.5D Seduction. But besides that, like anime season does continue. A lot of like cool Netflix shows. Dandadan is insanely good. So that's probably gonna be the best anime this season for sure. We have a new Beastar season coming in, so I'm pretty sure that's the 3rd season, final season. So that's kind of hype. enjoy it. And yeah, besides that, a lot more cool shows out here. So, yeah, thank you for watching. Let me know what your favorite episode this week was if you've been keeping up. And yeah, besides that, I'll see you next week. Peace.